Experiments underway. The Academy is working as fast as a hortus. So many mysteries about you remain unanswered. Yet my research proposals are still pending approval. As a lone traveler, there must have been times when you were taken advantage of, but couldn't retaliate on the spot. If you ever find yourself in such a situation again, do not hesitate to bring me along. Many believe having talent is a blessing, but ignore the curse that comes along. Someday, fate might take it away quietly. Don't take your talent for granted. Make the most of it before it's too late. Creating and sustaining connections requires reading between the lines and speaking words that please. Even the same words can be interpreted differently depending on the tone and context. It's too complicated for my liking. This is why I prefer straightforward individuals. And I'm glad you are one. A powerful weapon can bring either justice or devastation. The character and conviction of its wielder dictate how it's used, and that has a bearing on the judgment of those who crafted it. Now, if I entrust my works to you, to where will this decision lead me? Music composition follows intricate regulations, much like balancing mathematical equations. This attention to rationalism is profound in classical music. I remember reading a score that sounded beautiful even when played in reverse. The composer was able to create something so mathematically precise, it still kept all its beauty. I couldn't help wondering how. Scientific research is but a tool. It's not magic. People tend to have unrealistic expectations about how research works, and you wouldn't want to be one of them. I need an energy source to keep my brain going while I work, and sugar is the most effective choice. Candies always instantly improve my mood without leaving sticky residues on my fingers. Here, allow me to present you the lemon balm, a proud work of mine. Care to have a taste? It's important to take time savoring meals prepared with devotion and care, but never those shoddily manufactured instant foods. Consuming them is only a disservice to my chewing muscles. There's an abyssal gap between knowing and understanding. I once assumed I knew the suffering of people stricken by tacit discords, trapped in dread and hunger. After my departure from the new Federation, I realized how I wasn't even close to understanding any of them. Maybe there still is a gap between true understanding and what I know now. Still, I must do what I can to remedy the situation, now that I am aware of it. I will create tacitite weapons that are stronger than ever, and with that, grant humans the power to confront tacit discords. Curious about this lighter? I use it to quell my temper when things get annoying. It's not about the flame that goes up in an instant. It's about the click it makes. Sounds nice, doesn't it? Try it yourself. I knew a couple of researchers from the new Federation. Their worship of technology was fanatical, and it was exactly this fanaticism that clouded their judgment. They believed technological progress was an end in itself, rather than a means for achieving something else. As creators, we must recognize exactly what we are building, and for what purpose. It was Jian who rescued me from the wilderness and referred me to the Academy, and I've been thankful for that. I have solved a lot of problems for him in return, of course. For example, all the Midnight Rangers currently use a one-piece medical kit of my design. That girl, I think the name is Yan Yan. I hear her humming from time to time. Surprisingly, her melodies always bring my mind to peace. Baija and I are almost colleagues, though we don't work in the same department. I've only interacted with her briefly on a few occasions, but I had the chance to read some of her writings. Her paper was well thought out and carefully expressed, featuring an intriguing perspective. If I may comment, She's an excellent scholar of remnant creatures. Speaking of Chusha, she's a regular visitor at my lab, often bringing children along. She's a straightforward person, which I like. Besides, those who get along with kids are never bad people. Kids are incredibly perceptive of a person's true character. That Shang Li Yao. One day I'll outdo him and create even better inventions. Happy birthday! I spend most of my time working in the lab, but days like this are not ones I'd easily forget. Here, I've made a multi-purpose tactical belt for you. This is the 50-plus iteration of it, with an illuminator, a thruster, an air inflation module, and more. This should suffice for most situations you may encounter in the wild. If you want other features, come find me, and I'll install them for you. I still have much experiment data to process. Precision, elegance, and harmony. These are the beautiful parallels between classical music and science. With temperance and discipline, my flames will be kept in check. Mortefi, researcher at Department of Safety, Huashu Academy. For inquiries about tacitite weapons, you may visit my lab. Make sure you know what you're talking about, though, before knocking at my door. Quit the chit-chat. Tell me what you need and I'll make it for you, provided your descriptions are reasonable. As always, I'm the one you need. I really can't win with you, can I? Let's just get this done. Make this quick. I have experiments underway. Dragging me out of my lab for this. You better have a good reason. Thank you. I appreciate it. From now on, you'll have priority access to me for any deliverables you need. My thoughts feel sharper now. Wait, that could be an interesting concept. I should jot it down. Such mystical power. If applied to tacitite research, our progress will be remarkable. Fine, since you've done this much for me. Go ahead. Tell me the wildest inventions you can think of, and watch me make them happen for you. Come find me when you need something made. Come find me when you don't, too. Just idling by together, listening to music and indulging in some sweets. I'll be looking forward to that, if you're here with me.